Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is GamerTrash14, finally back again with another video where today I'm going to be talking about the worst cartoon character of all time, in my opinion. Throughout history, there have been some horrible cartoon characters like Dora the Explorer, DW, and Caillou, but this character is actually the biggest piece of crap in cartoon history. Today, I'm going to be talking about Ruby from Max and Ruby. Now, there's been a massive hate wave on this character, including Munchie Monk on TikTok. I'll leave a link to their page in the description below because they're the main inspiration for this video. In case you've never watched Max and Ruby is about two bunnies that live together named Max and Ruby, as the title suggests, who are brother and sister. Max and Ruby don't have parents, so Ruby takes care of Max. And I know what you guys are thinking. She can't be that bad. I mean, she takes care of her little brother, right? Wrong. Here are 3 reasons why I believe that Ruby is the worst cartoon character of all time. Let's go. Reason number 1. Ruby constantly gaslights Max into thinking that their grandma won't like anything that he makes. For example, in season 1 episode 9 called Bunny Cakes, it's grandma's birthday and Max is just making a little mud cake because he loves her and all that, but Ruby comes in and says this.
No more red hot marshmallow squirters, Max? Well, don't worry about it. I don't think Grandma would like them anyway. And I'm sure she wouldn't like an earthworm cake for her birthday. Ew. We're going to make her something she'll really like. An angel surprise cake with raspberry fluff icing. Come on.
I shouldn't have to say more on why I don't like this stupid little bunny, but whatever, I'm going to keep going. So now Ruby is making the cake, and Max gets tired of watching, so he tries to help and accidentally knocks a carton of eggs over. So here's what Ruby does. Ruby sends Max to the grocery store by himself to go get some more eggs. Keep in mind that Max is like 3 years old and has nonverbal autism. You are sending a 3-year-old into the streets, no, not even just into the streets, walking to the grocery store by himself to go get a carton of eggs. When I say that Ruby does not do a good job taking care of Max, this is a big reason why, and it's going to get worse later on in the video, trust me. So Max goes back home with the eggs and knocks some flour over, so Ruby sends him back to the grocery store to get some more flour and then pulls this when he gets back.
See this sign, Max? It means you can't come in the kitchen. Just until I finish my angel surprise cake with raspberry fluff icing, all right?
So Max can't go into the kitchen because he kept knocking stuff over. Okay, I can kind of see why she did that. But here's the issue. She put that sign on the front door. She locked her little brother out of the house because he kept knocking stuff over. And you said that he can't go into the kitchen, but you lock him outside of the house. Does Max not have a room of his own? Why would you do that? The Ruby finishes her cake, but then she's like, oh, it doesn't have sprinkles on it. The cake has to have sprinkles. So she sends Max to the grocery store again to get some sprinkles. She finishes her cake, Max brings his cakes too, and guess what? Grandma likes both of them. Is anybody shocked? Cause I'm sure not. If you're actually a loving grandparent, you're going to like what your grandchildren does regardless of what it is. Yet Ruby continues to gaslight her 3-year-old little brother with nonverbal autism to thinking that she wouldn't like it. Reason number 2, she only cares about herself. When I say that Ruby is one of the biggest narcissists in cartoon history, I am not even joking. In season 1, episode 3, called Max Misses the Bus, Max is here just playing with toys, minding his own business, and here comes Ruby saying stuff like this.
Max, you're still playing. We have to go. Stay home. You can't stay home, Max. We're going to Louise's.
We're going to Luis's. Luis is your friend. And I love how you're trying to pull this like a good parental guardian kind of thing because you're not letting him stay at home by himself, but you can send him to the grocery store 3 separate times. If you can send a tiny little 3-year-old toddler to the grocery store by himself, I do not see why you would have an issue with letting him stay at home. You can just send Max to grandma's house. Like, the big part of the show is that Ruby wants to make the audience feel for her because on the surface it seems like Max is ruining Ruby's fun by just being being a little kid, but no, that's not the case. Now, I know this is only episode 3 in the first season, but come on, Ruby. Since Max has apparently ruined so much stuff for you, why would you willingly bring him to a play date with your stupid little friend? So Ruby straight up yanks the toy out of Max's little hands. I'm not even kidding, look at this. I feel like I shouldn't even be continuing this video at this point, but I hate this little girl so much, I'm going to keep talking. So Max is like, okay, I'll just play with my other toys. And she keeps taking them up. Repeat like 5 times until this happens.
Max, come out and close the door. Hurry.
Do you see how sad Max is? He really doesn't want to leave. Like, he's sitting at the door when Ruby walks out, and then when Ruby actually gets what she wants, she's just smiling like she accomplished something. This little girl is the actual biggest piece of crap, I swear to you. And before y'all are like, Luis has a little brother, maybe Ruby wants them to go on a little play date. Alright, bet, watch the ending, let's go.
Louise! What are you doing here? I got tired of waiting, so I decided to take the bus here.
That's great.
We're going to have so much fun.
She doesn't care about Max. She doesn't care about him having fun. Why would she? It's all about herself. Like I said, she's a narcissist. Reason number 3, she always keeps speaking for her grandma and what she will and will not like. Season 1, episode 8, Bunny Party, other grandma's birthday episode. So Ruby is setting up a birthday party for her grandma and everything's going perfectly until she remembers that Max is her little brother, and then she goes over here to belittle him. She's like, no Max, you can't play with your toys, it's grandma's birthday and you have to help me set up. And again, she makes this tiny little 3-year-old be her happy little helper. Oh wow, he can help you, right? He can help you, right? Because remember the last time he tried to help, you ended up locking him out of the house. Don't try to act like a good sister now, we all know what you're capable of. So basically she's like, you can stop playing with your toys so you can all set up my toys. And get this, those 7 invitations she was talking about, those are her toys. I wish I was joking, y'all. She made those invitations for her toys. I wish I was joking. So they're setting up the toys and all this, and watch Ruby's reaction when Max dares to bring one of his toys.
Red alert, danger, danger. Red alert,
No,
danger,
Max.
danger.
Grandma doesn't want spiders and slugs and space cadets at her birthday party. She wants to sit between Rapunzel and the Tooth Fairy.
How do you know that? How do you know what grandma wants? Keep this in mind. Pretty much every single episode where she's constantly gaslighting Max into thinking that she won't like what Max does, she's been wrong, time after time again. That would make you think she would learn to maybe think, maybe I shouldn't assume people's emotions, but no, she does it every single episode. Alright, so later on in the episode, Max gets this plan to put his toys in there, and not even to replace Ruby's toys. She keeps them there. Look, she doesn't even notice that they're gone.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I must be having a bad counting day. We need another chair.
Okay, so a little bit after that, Grandma gets there, and guess what? Ruby discovers that the guests aren't actually her toys, which they shouldn't be, and then Grandma is like,
Uninvited guests? How exciting!
oh, what a surprise! Ruby was wrong about how Grandma feels again! I'm totally shocked. Alright, so what did we learn from this video? We learned that Ruby is a narcissistic, controlling, condescending, stupid little girl who has no care for anybody else except for herself. But anyways, guys, that's going to be the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. I apologize I've been gone for so long. I'm finally out of school, so hopefully we should get more content up on the channel, but I wanted to talk about this. I'm releasing a new album called I Was Born to Fly. If you guys liked my last album called Glass Island, which a lot of you guys did surprisingly on streaming platforms, like, oh my god, thank you all so much. I'm making another one that's coming out on my birthday, June 14th, so Be on the lookout for that. See ya.